Hey guys, so it's day 3 of Veda, and I'm extremely tired and am kind of incapable of like deep thought or any ideas of what to talk about today. So I thought I would do a book haul of all or most of the books I bought since my last book haul, which I think was like in the beginning of February or something. So yeah, let's get started. First, I have the entire Parasol Protectorate series because I went and bought Souless at a used bookstore and I absolutely love it. It's got like, it's steampunk but like romance and fantasy, and I really love how it's written. It's like high society, but you can tell that the author is mocking it the entire time, and I found it was just a really good read, so I really want to read the rest of them. Next is His Master's Dragon by, was it Naomi Novik? I think that's what it is. I had watched another person, I don't remember if it was a book haul or if they were doing like a series of reviews, but they mentioned this, and I love sci-fi and I love dragons, so I thought I would give it a shot. The next one I have is called Suck It Up by Meehl. I don't know how you say that. But it is about vampires, which usually vampires really aren't my thing. But this one looks like it's funny. The whole description just kind of makes fun of books like Twilight, so I was like, oh, that would be interesting. And I think that the sequel is called Suck It Up and Die. So that's the one I originally saw, and I've been trying to find this one, and I found it at a used bookstore. Moving right along, I have Legend by Maria Lu. I've heard so many good things about this book from people on YouTube, from people at work, and I think I read like a chapter or two, and I really like how it's written, so I'm excited to finally get to it. But as you can see, I have a lot of books to get through, but hopefully soon. So this one I'm actually reading right now. It's The Archive by Victoria Schwab. It is really good. It pretty much takes place in this world where dead bodies are called histories, and the histories are archived in this like massive archive, and the librarians can like read the histories, like history, just from touch, and like pretty much relive the person's life. And it's really interesting. And then the main character is something called a keeper, who keeps the histories from running off, because sometimes they reanimate and just bolt, and she pretty much tries to keep them in check, and I really like it so far. It's not super fast-paced, but it's very edgy, very dark, and I really love the tone of this book, so I'm excited. And I think the second one is called Unbound, and it's coming out in the beginning of next year, I believe. Now this is a really old one, but Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. I've been told that I have to read this, and being a sci-fi fan, I guess I kind of do, but the people at work are just kind of like bludgeoning me that I really need to read it. So, and I got the movie version just because I just picked one up, and there's this little picture, let me see if I can find it, of Martin Freeman, or not Martin Freeman, yeah, Martin Freeman. And look how adorable he looks. He looks so tiny. He's so tiny and he looks young. I thought it was adorable, but he's got this little blankie. So, and apparently Zooey Deschanel is in there too, it looks like. I don't know. I saw the movie, I think, way back in the day, but I don't really remember. So I should probably watch the movie again too. Next one I have is Shadow of the Hegemon by Orson Scott Card. I'm kind of just slowly collecting all of the Ender's Shadow and Ender's Game series, and I haven't read Ender's Shadow yet. I haven't, but I think it was in a previous book haul, but I figured I might as well just collect them all because I really love Ender's Game. Like, I'm so excited for the movie. So excited. I saw a poster yesterday and I kind of did a little dance. It was fun. Okay, I think this is the last one, but it's Article 5 by Kristen Simmons. I think this is actually the only dystopian book in my lot, which is kind of surprising, given that I mean, I love dystopias. I'm taking a class on dystopias, and yeah, I don't know, the tagline reads, the tagline reads, "The Bill of Rights has been revoked and replaced by moral statutes." So I guess it's kind of like, I don't know, like, people are trying to govern themselves and have gotten rid of the government, and I don't know, it just didn't turn out quite as they planned, but it sounded really interesting. The sequel just came out to this one too, called, I think it's Breaking Point, and I saw the cover for that and I was like, oh, that's interesting, and then I read the thing and I was like, oh, it's a sequel. Don't you hate that when you're like reading the description of a book, you're like, oh my gosh, this sounds good, and then at the very bottom it was like sequel to blah blah blah, and then you're just like, oh, so I have to read another book too. I mean, not that that's really a bad thing, but it just kind of like, I don't know, I feel slightly disappointed. Anyway, let me know if you've read any of these, if there's any other books that you've read recently that you really liked and think that I should pick up, because I'm always in the market for buying books. It's a sickness, I know. But yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow.